A ground ball, he's got to break up too. You got to get a piece of the pivot man.
Line right field, that's going to drop in for a hit. Reed around third, he's going to score. Buford will be stopped. Zuleta doubles to right, and it's a one-run game.
Jeff Shaw's blown 4 saves this year, on the verge of doing it again. As the Cubs have put together 3 straight hits, they trail by 1 with the game on the bases. As Julio Zuleta reaches out on a slider that does nothing and drives the ball into right field. Green does a nice job of getting it back in.
And how poetic would this be? And now we got a problem in the Dodger bullpen. The entire Dodger team has headed down the right field line. Apparently some fans threw something at the Dodger pen, and they're going into the stands. The Dodgers are going into the stands at Wrigley Field. Wow, I have never seen that in Major League Baseball. You see it in hockey, but the Dodgers have gone into the stands after a fan down the right field line. And I don't know, it's obviously inexcusable if someone threw something or dumped something on the Dodgers, and it would be a terrible way to spoil this ball game with something stupid like this happening.
That was Rick Dempsey right in the middle of it, and he is one tough hombre because I played with him. And you'd have to believe it was something fairly serious because you don't go into the seats otherwise.
And the Dodgers coaching staff trying to get their players back onto the field. I have never, ever seen anything like this in a Major League Baseball game. Never.
They continue to throw things. This is just absurd.
You've got morons throwing things and morons cheering them for doing it. Folks, this is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace. And now punches being thrown. Oh, it's getting nasty, folks. It's getting real nasty. You'd like to think that the fans here at Wrigley Field are classy, but this is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. The umpires are over there as well. They're trying to help restore order, and you're talking at a possible forfeit situation for this ball game. If in the umpire's discretion, the safety of the players is in danger, they can cancel this game right here and right now. And the way the Cubs have come back in the ninth, you'd hate to see that happen. Only now, it appears, have all the Dodgers been taken out of the stands.
Well, they still can't control this guy, and people continue to throw things.
Absolutely disgraceful. Folks, you can buy a ticket. You have a right to come to the ballpark and boo and cheer, do whatever you want, but you do not have a right to throw things at the combatants. You do not have a right to go on the field, and you do not have a right to act like an idiot. And apparently some fans by the Dodger bullpen have decided to do all of those things.
Don Baylor went over there to try to restore some calm, and hopefully they'll be able to do that.
The Cubs in the ninth inning with 3 straight hits off Jeff Shaw have made it a 1-run game. We've got the tying run at third, the winning run at second with only 1 out. The ballpark was rocking and rolling. People were really getting excited. And all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose down by the Dodger bullpen.
And Renee Latchman is over there, and he's incensed that the fans would do that in this fabled and historic ballpark that has always shown itself to be fairly classy, but that's inexcusable.
It's like spitting in church, folks. And I, for one, am embarrassed to see the behavior of these people. The umpire still talking things over, and now you have to question what's going to happen with this ball game. You've got Jeff Shaw, who is getting roughed up, totally out of his rhythm. The Cubs rocking and rolling, humming right along, trying to win the game with 1 out in the 9th. And now you got to worry about the safety of the ball players. Now the grounds crew is going to head out and pick up all the debris that the fans in the bleachers have stupidly thrown on the field. And the delay continues.
Well, unfortunately, most of the security is tied up in that right field area, leaving very little for the bleacher area, and they're throwing things on the field, which is going to make it a lot more difficult to start this game.
Well, I just can't believe it. Look down to the corner of my eye at the Dodger dugout, and you see this wave of blue heading into the seats, heading into the stands after someone or some people at Wrigley Field. And now the Dodgers are going to pull their entire bullpen staff, players, personnel into their dugout. And this has happened before here, unfortunately. You remember, I think it was last year when Colorado was in. An ugly scene after a bang call went against the Cubs at second base. The crowd reacted very angrily at night. And so now Davey Johnson will confer with the umpires. How much time will Jeff Shaw have to loosen?
He'll be given as much time as he needs to loosen up.
So now it appears order has been restored. Good work by the grounds crew to pick up the debris. Play. Lee with a wide stretch holds the bag for out number 1. Well, Stoney, a big Cub fan watching us today on the internet. Sergeant